Thanks, Les. Just a few things I think that needs correction. What has been said earlier by the previous minister and indeed by yourself. You talk about sod peat not being valued for heat. Well, the facts are, Minister, in case you don't know, you mightn't come from a turf area or bog area, that probably €600 heats your house for the year. No way will you do it with oil. No way will you do it with anything else. That's what people are able to heat their homes with. So on that needs clarification. As well as that, I think this is a red herring about the legal challenge, to be quite frank about it, because the coal people, all they will do is go to, say, the non-smoky coal. You know, they can bring in that, no problem. And this has been thrown out everywhere. And the dog on the street knows. It was referred to earlier on about a problem in Innis. And I heard the problem when it was happening. Because I'll tell you why. Do you know what happened? There was coal going to one part of the country, lorry loads of it, and it ended up below in Innis. And the dog in your own department knows that. And it's no big secret. And that's what happened in Innis with the smoky coal and the air pollution down in Innis. And I think that we have to be upfront about it. In the line of sod peat, or turf we call it, like this thing was brought out about wet peat. You don't burn wet turf. Like, it won't burn, to put it simple. You'll have smoke, that's all you'll have. But what you will have when you do turn and foot turf and bring it home and put it in the shed and let it season, you talked about smoky fuels. If you knew anything about turf, to be quite frank about it, if you burn good quality turf and have it dried properly, there's no smoke out of it. That's the facts. Let no one go saying that there is smoke out of it. There isn't smoke out of it. If something isn't dried no more than timber or any other product, there is smoke out of it. It's basically a bit of common sense that way. And in the line of the, you know, this thing about that's being thrown out about the European agencies, about the amount of people that are allegedly supposed to die in each country. First of all, a reference was made earlier on about open fireplaces. The ordinary people in rural Ireland, it's only the lofty people that can afford an open fireplace. It's the ordinary people have stoves and ranges. That's what they use to basically cook the dinner, some of them, on the range, as well as heating their houses with the back boiler. 97 to 98% of the houses that use turf would have either a stove or a range. And I think, like, some of the misinformation that's gone out there, that they talk about the danger of air pollution that way. These people have then put in from the last 20 years up to now, they have that amount put in. And on top of that, when we talk about air pollution, we need to talk about planes, we need to talk about diesel, we need to look at Dublin Port. As Verona Murphy said, 14 million litres of diesel used because a barrier doesn't go up. We need to talk about, say, the smoky coal. We need to talk about diesel cars. You know, it's not one size fits all. And if you want to look at it, if you want to drill down into it and look at the percentage of people that burns turf, and then take them and put them into the percentage of people that would burn it in the urban areas, if you were to go quantifying lives, I'd say 3 or 4 would be the most. As again, the big fish where you could, like, well, let's tackle. Are we going to say that smoking is good for you? So we have smoke in front of us here in our face, and we're not over bothered about it. But we're throwing out sort of red herring stuff that I don't like in any debate. We need to debate the topic. We need to make sure that we have fuels properly dried. I'm the first to say that. I agree with that, and I think that in regulation, what a government has to do, there's an opportunity here. The peat briquette, as I've said earlier on, the moisture is down at 15–16%. Peat briquette and a set of turf is the same, made out of the same product, simple as that. One is pressed, one is dried naturally. There is no reason why they cannot be comparable, and you don't need to bring in, and I've said this time and time again, you don't need to bring in the sledge to crack the nut. All you have to do is the timber regulations and the peat briquette, the regulations that's there at the moment is 25%. there's an opportunity there when the regulations are coming in that anything in the distribution in the large urban areas can be brought under that. To me, you make it safe. But the coal, in my opinion, let's not be mixing it up. The coal merchants, and I talk to all of these people, they will tell you that they can bring in the other type of coal once they move from that. So there's an opportunity, there's a solution for them there. In my opinion, there's no big court case looming. Are you saying as well, so if they can do that, that there's an opportunity that if he went with the sledge to crack the nut, that there's an opportunity for everyone else to say you took my livelihood away from you?
Thank you. Now, Deputy Fitzmaurice, thank you for that. That concludes.